Bryan Adams. Welcome in Mauritius.
Thank you.
First question, who is Bryan Adams? For the Mauritian who hears Bryan Adams, we are talking about Robin Hood, Kevin Costner, a singer.
Yeah, I'm not the Canadian rock star. I'm Bryan Adams, the CEO and founder of Happy Dance, Korea's website technology platform. A 20-year veteran of employer branding. I've written a couple of best-selling books on the subject. I'm a speaker and podcaster, but most of all, a passionate employer brand strategist and storyteller.
Why are you in Mauritius now, today?
Well, I was fortunate enough to connect with Jennifer from Proactive and Engage. And it's something that we've talked about doing, collaborating on an event. And she put the Brand Within conference on. And I was delighted to be part of it and privileged to speak at it this morning.
You said yourself you have been working at Apple, at Nike, American Airlines. It's another work compared to our small little one. What have you received like information from the Mauritian perspective?
So my perception of Mauritius before I came is quite different to the reality, actually. The sort of holiday destination perception, and wow, it lives up to that. But actually seeing the inside of the business community, the challenges, the opportunities, the close-knit community, all aligned with the problems and challenges that they need to band together and overcome. It's an interesting landscape, not unlike global brands and organizations that are complex in its structure and diverse in its geographies. I guess most of all, I see incredible opportunity. You have all the natural ingredients to do something special here, and it feels like today was the start of something special. A step in the right direction, a moment of realization where employer branding and the value and investment in people could just be the difference that not just puts Mauritius on the map, but changes the perception of Mauritius as a global player in the economic marketplace, changing the perception of what Mauritius can offer.
You said during your speech, be the best of yourself. I'm putting it on yourself. What is the best of Bryan Adams?
That's a good question. I spend a lot of time thinking about employer brand strategy and what it takes to be effective inside of organizations. I do feel in a privileged position where I get to see behind the curtain in many organizations and learn from the best. So today I came to share some ideas and some stories, but actually I will leave having learned from many other leaders and CEOs and community members. And long may that continue. That's why I do what I do. I'm passionate about this stuff, and it amazes me that employer brand isn't prevalent as a priority in business strategy, and that's what motivates me, and that's my personal ambition.
You talk about employer brand here in Mauritius. The second panel talked about it, but everyone wants to go in the government institution because there are some benefits. So you won't be got out. Never government is going to close the door. What are your views on that, on our population, which is want to be in the civil service, in the public service?
I think it's a double-edged sword. I think you've got to play the hand you're dealt. And at the moment, if that offers opportunity, certainly to bring in international talent, to bring stability to an economy, then great. But I think if you look at places like America, which is built on entrepreneurship, where there needs to be an acceptable culture of risk and reward. Clearly, something needs to change if you want to grow an economy. There needs to be a little bit more of more opportunity, more support, more community, and more entrepreneurship. The way to do that is you need to attract international talent, or just focus on keeping the talent you've got at the moment, because that seems to be a challenge. Something's got to change, but it looks like everybody realizes that already, you know. So half of the issue is understanding the real root cause of the problem, and I think that was covered today nicely. I think you can find a sense of purpose, impact, and belonging inside government organizations and, you know, the institutions that are offering opportunity at the moment, for sure. But I think the opportunity is bigger and wider than that. And I think every healthy economy has a large amount of entrepreneurship and local and private and large organizations.
Is it very difficult to change people? You have said it, but it's very difficult because we are conservative. By nature, we are conservative.
I don't think it is difficult to bring people along if you can lead people and demonstrate why you need people to contribute to your purpose. If you need to go through transformation and your organization needs to change, then I think people can find a sense of impact and purpose and belonging in that. You know, I said earlier, people aren't resistant to change. They're resistant to being changed. There's a subtle but very important difference there. If you see people for who they are and you demonstrate appreciation and acknowledgement for what they can contribute, they'll soon buy into the fact that they're part of the solution and help you achieve the change you're looking for. It's that simple. But storytelling and effective communication is an essential ingredient in achieving that.